Hey, this is the May 24th release team meeting for Cluster API. We abide by the Kubernetes Code of Conduct, basically, which means be nice to one another, raise your hand if you want to speak. Yeah, so let's get started. Let me screen share here real quick. All right, you can all see my screen okay? Cool. Killian, you go ahead and kick us off.
Sure. So this one is kind of for the communication team. So we merged a PR this week. That means that V1 Alpha 3 is no longer served. We have a section in our migration guide and stuff around this. There needs to be a lot of communication around this though. So this should be front and center in like every piece of release notes we have. I think if you look at our release notes for 1.4, we had a message about how this was deprecated. So yeah, we just need to make sure this is front and center in release notes, front and center in whatever email we send for 1.5 to the mailing list. But yeah, this from 1.5 on. So yeah, this hopefully will affect nobody, but we know it's going to affect somebody. So we just want to make sure everybody that can be informed is informed.
Yeah, and one other thing I would add to that is, as a part of these awesome weekly releases, we should definitely call it out here as well, right? I think we should have, yep, hey, there's some changes happening, as well as upcoming releases, and like probably a big block call out that says like, hey, this is going to be deprecated in 1.5, just so we keep beating that over people's heads every week. Cool. The Noazen team, if you all need any help on any of that, let us know where to kind of blast it. But Killian, you did say that was already in the migration guide.
It's in the migration guide that is stop serving. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Cool.
I need to add some more documentation around it because of a problem, but yeah, I'll link that in the migration guide as well.
And I think, let's see. Yeah. So we've got some of this here as well, right? So it's kind of blasted at the top of our book as well. Are there other places that we should also put this besides release notes here, weekly and email communication? I can't think of anything else, but
no, I think that's it.
Okay, cool, awesome. From me, just real quick, I'm just reminding everybody, the 30th, Tuesday, we'll do our next patch release cycle. I think Peugeot, you're gonna run that, I believe. And so we'll kind of do the same thing we did last time, which is pop on Zoom. I'll share a link kind of the day of to work through that, since everybody seemed to find that pretty productive. Christian.
Yep, just quick feedback to the area label thing. I just created 1 or 2 issues this week, and I did see, okay, in the template we do just link to the page where the big list of area labels is, and then even you have to know that you have to write /area name instead of /label something or something like that. From the past, I often did see that when creating an issue, you have this commented out parts where there's, for example, /area everything in a list, and you can just copy paste or remove the stuff not needed and keep the uncommented, the not commented /area foo that you need. Just a thought if we should do that. I at least would be too lazy to always go to the link. As of now, I did. Yeah, just a question.
So you're saying make a change to the PR template. It has a list of all the canonical areas, and then they'll all be commented out, and then the person making the PR can uncomment what they think needs to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
Yep.
Yeah. My only issue with that is currently our PR template is 3 lines long. and this would make it 40 lines long or so, and would nearly always be left like very long. We're not currently using the PR descriptions for anything, really, but yeah, I'm not sure this is the right solution, but we do need a better solution. So actually, number one, what you're saying, Christian, there, the areas list is on the issue template.
The link to the areas list is there.
It's not on the PR template today.
I don't know if it was the PR or the issue template. I'm not sure anymore.
I'm pretty sure it's not on the PR template, and it is on
Okay.
the issue template. But for release notes, which is what we're kind of driving the areas for, we don't even have it on the PR template, the link. So yeah, that's one thing we could improve. Because the areas on issues we don't actually really use for anything, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, it's there on the bug report template.
Even better.
Okay, so the thing is, we should maybe remove it from there.
Actually, it should be in all reports, if I'm not mistaken. Because I remember working on or updating it. So it has these labels to be applied at the end of each template. And there you have a link to the labels.
Okay.
But it doesn't, we don't have it in pull request template though.
Yeah, so at least adding the link or a different thing in the pull request template would then be a feasible thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good first step, and then maybe even just bring it up in community to see what folks think of just having a link. Links don't bother me. I mean, they're somewhat free to open, so but I totally understand it. Yeah.
I mean, my question would be, is it used in, or will it ever be used in issues or not?
I
Can't
don't
answer
know.
will it ever.
I mean, for pull requests, we have to plan to use them, but for issues, yeah. Okay. Fair.
Just from my experience, I don't know anybody among the maintainers who uses areas to like do triage, except in the case where we have used it in the past is for longer running feature work. So cluster class and runtime SDK. We create issues with the area just to keep track of it throughout a release cycle. And they can always be used for that. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's any other use for them.
Okay, fair to know.
Yeah, let's at least add it to the template PR, the PR template, and then we can reassess how people feel about that next week or so.
Yeah.
Do you want to add that, Christian, then?
Yeah, I can follow that PR. That's good.
Every time you type AI, my mind does not go to action item. Sorry. No. I wasn't saying to fix it. Just very funny. Cool. Killian.
Yeah, so I was just going through some of the release stuff earlier today. So there's two things that I would kind of like to get done for this release in terms of automating the release tooling. I think they're achievable, but we would need to get them done inside the next 4 or 5 weeks to get it done for the betas. I wouldn't like to have this untested for the main release. The first thing, I guess second on my list, but the easier one, is stable versions for CAPI branches. So right now, every time we have a release, let's say on the 1.3 branch, we have to go to all of our end-to-end testing. So the cluster end-to-end update, upgrade, test, and the Docker YAML reconfigure end-to-end test, and manually bump the patch version of the minor version that we've done a new release for. This is in our release tasks. It gets missed sometimes. It doesn't necessarily matter that it gets missed, but it's because patch release is usually only small. But the idea here is to have a stable version, so we could just have stable 1.3, have some code in our indent test framework that would resolve to the latest patch release of that branch. And yeah, we wouldn't have to update these ever again for any release version. So that's one piece of work. The second piece of work is to change the release process so that we can release by PR. So I need to go back and look at, so I know Yuvraj, along with Cecile, did some work in the previous release cycle around this. I need to talk to Yuvraj about it. But I just want to kind of put out there that I'm working on these. There is an issue.
Oh, I think
Sorry,
you muted.
sorry, yeah, I did. There is an issue for stable versions, and I'll drop that into the notes just after this. The release by PR, I'll create an issue. But if anybody wants to join in and help on that, be more than appreciated.
Yep. I would like to help out on the release by PR because I think that'll be a huge win for removing the maintainers from the process, which is one of the goals, right? So I think the release lead team can help in whatever way possible on that one, right? So let me know when you're talking about meeting folks. I think Yuvraj is West Coast US, so like I'm right between you two, time zone wise, and so we can try to find a time zone that works for as many people as possible. But we can also record those conversations as well, because I agree with you. I know less about the stable version stuff, but the release by PR, yeah, let's make that happen. Are these the two issues?
2 issues, yeah.
Okay, okay. These are both. Okay. Oh, I see. This is okay. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
So
I can also like look into these issues and help with that. Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
So just a reminder, 30th, which is this coming Tuesday. Sorry, Roz, I'll get to you in just 1 second. Is going to be our release. I know a lot of the US based folks will be out over this long weekend. So, you know, we'll come back on Tuesday and get that release ready over Zoom. Roz, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to update the same thing. I'm out of office for Tuesday, but I'll check with the team and see who can lead the communications effort.
Cool. And if there's not anybody around who can do it, no worries. If there's any way between now and Friday that you could generate a draft notes, then I'm more than happy to like work from that. I mean, I'll do the whole thing, I don't care, but like that would be a huge help, right?
For sure. Like I'll have a backup in place.
Yeah, awesome.
Thanks,
And just let me know. Like I totally get being out. I can jump on it and generate the notes worst case possible. So no worries there.
Oh, thank you. No, I'll have a backup in place.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks.
Let's see, was there a chat here? Oh, okay. Cool. Unless there's anything else, does anybody have anything else?
Just a short PSA about availability. I'll be there next week, but the 2 weeks after I will have limited availability due to PTO. So
Cool. Let's while we're here, let me get everybody's face out of here. Sorry. Let's just really quickly go to the 1.5. Just so we'll have the next release is the 30th, and then it won't be until the 27th. In between there won't be anything planned until the 1.5 beta. So I think that's totally understandable.
I'd be back on the 1.5 beta, so
Okay.
We'll be missing them on the CI team.
Yeah, that's right. And to be fair, in that same context, I'm actually on PTO at the end of July. However, I will be here for this. So that is, I signed up for it knowing what I was getting into, but you will see me in a different location during the end of July. So cool. Unless there's anything else, I'll let you all get back to it and see some folks in office hours. Awesome. Thanks.